David, did you know that we're having a threesome in Phuket? It's actually coming in September. Something we did this year was combining 3 events in September. We've got PHIST, which is Phuket Hotels Island Sustaining Tourism, which is on the 7th. And we also have, on the 2nd, we have a wellness event, which is the 2nd year, which is Being Thailand 2026. This is a B2B event. And the next day, we're going to have Rise, which is empowering women in hospitality. So again, I think this is a great opportunity. It's low season as well. So the hotels are also embracing bringing people in. But these are 3 unique events which kind of embrace the Phuket DNA as well. So we're excited about all 3. And we're encouraging people to come during this time and actually attend 1, 2, 3 events. Right? Being certainly, I think being, going back to Phuket's DNA, starting from the Banyan Group, how the Banyan Group actually established, years ago, not just a hospitality platform, but, spa training. And they took Thai talent and they used it as a training center in the Banyan Tree in Laguna Phuket to have a spa academy and take this technology abroad. And, they were a great innovator at that time. 2 things that Banyan Tree did well. They did pool villas. They were the second ones after the Amon Puri to bring pool villas, but they also brought wellness onto the table. And they showed hotels to bring this, training philosophy in independent ways, and saying that it was no longer just about massage or anything else. It was about higher levels of treatment. I think something we see today is when we're seeing that platform really about pampering spas and everything else has shifted. It's, we've outgrown that phase, certainly. Now we're talking longevity, we're talking anti-aging, we're talking a lot of different things, immersive wellness, you're talking about, medical treatments as well. And I think that whole span is, Thailand continues to be very innovative in what they allow, because you see the hospitals engaging with that. If you have Vitalife with Bumrungrad for years has been very effectively managing that type of anti-aging as well. So I think, Thailand's an innovative place, but you have all these businesses saying, how can we come together? So we're trying to provide a B2B platform where businesses can get together, get new business ideas, meet other colleagues where perhaps they can have business opportunities and talk about the space, because it's a growing space. And something that you don't have, coming out of COVID, the one thing we know is you don't skimp on your health. There's no budget. What's my budget for health? I have to do this. I want to do this. It's a priority, and that's changing travel tremendously. But it's no longer just about trying to find the nearest spa or the nearest massage or something else. People are saying, what's the long-term effect? And it's a proposition, who can deny that? Who doesn't want to live longer? We've got a lot of audience in terms of hospitality, hotels coming, individual practitioners, the medical community as well. A lot of different players. It's really an interesting space for us because you have entrepreneurism growing. You have people who are growing their own businesses outlook as well. You've got, everywhere from Thai lemongrass. We have Bobby Duchovny, who's developed, he exports things from Thailand all over the world for spas, which are, in terms of natural remedies as well. You have a lot of these businesses which are looking for broader interaction and ideas which are generating as well. Talk about nutrition. These, again, mindfulness. So we have a lot of practitioners who are coming together and going to generate this. And one thing we've done with Being is we've taken away the main stage. No longer about the main stage. It's an unconventional approach because it's about workshops. We have movement as well, so we have movement sessions and we have conversations. It's no longer about a lot of people sitting in a ballroom and being, just listening to other people talk. We're trying to engage with people. That's incredibly important. That's in the spirit of the space as well. So if you come, you're going to be coming it's an athleisure dress code. So you're able to come and you're going to probably maybe do yoga on the day, you're going to do Zumba on the day, you're going to do sleep therapy as well, how to sleep better, who doesn't want to sleep better. You're going to learn things as well, and you're going to meet people with different businesses and be enlightened that way. So I think that's a good platform. It's taking away this passive experience where you're sitting in a classroom or sitting in a ballroom just listening to people yak. Yeah. Rise important. Rise, we go backwards, and if you look at any picture, globally it goes back to the percentage of women in hospitality. Over 50% of women employed in hospitality globally, that executives account for 20 to 30%. So that's a disconnect to me. It's not a priority. And I think in the past, arguably, should it be mandated, or should it be that, should companies take that forward and have women have those opportunities? But they're not getting through the food chain. I think this event is really meant to inspire. It's not meant to say, in terms of, dictating what it should be, but it's giving people confidence and giving people professional advice about how to move their careers, inspiring stories about women who have not only gone through the corporate food chain as well. You know, we have women who work for corporate IHG. We have Kate Garrett's who's coming in from IHG, high level, you know, a big corporate job. We also have people who are doing their own businesses, who are starting out saying, this is how I started my own business, this is how I succeeded. People need that. Nobody got to anywhere in their lives without a little push from the back and having mentors or having inspiration. I think that's really setting the tone. But women in hospitality is in a real challenging place with people wanting to enter the business, and we have to protect those and keep them in the business who are great talents. So it's really focused on that. So it's not meant to say we have to have equal opportunity or anything else. It's meant to give you the tools how to bring your business, whether you're an executive already or whether you're somebody who wants to give back or start mentoring or connecting and developing a network. So I think that's a good focused event with hospitality. It's a need area as well. So we're not giving any awards, no awards, sorry. We don't have any awards for this, but it's an important event. It's about dialogue and it's a conversation, keeping it simple. And going into PHIST, this is a good year. And PHIST also has shifted. We've gotten away from the big room. We've gotten away again from a passive event. It's a learning event. And we found with people, having different people coming in, learning about ocean preservation, learning about nature, learning about different business models. We have the Vikasa guys coming in from Koh Samui, talking about how they're building a broader business global brand, you know, with yoga being best in class as well. This is important that people, again, share these stories and come together. I think FIST has developed a great brand. And it's a great venue for people to come together and say, for sustainability, what's going to be the next big thing? And I go backwards. With sustainability, it's a reset. You know, we're finding about how this is being reset. It's going to be reset by the people. And so it's a thought process about people, what's important to them. They're changing values. For the younger people coming into the business, what's important for tourism. You know, what are those ideas which are going to resonate? I think we have to take away, you know, we all know how to put the towels on the floor if, you know, or something else, or how we're saving money, but that's not engaging. I think my biggest gripe with sustainability is that if you go sustainability, you can have these things and, you know, our corporate pledge and something else. What about the staff? How are the staff engaged? You know, how are the staff wanting to make a better world? How are they engaged aside from having the one sustainability manager, you know, who attends everything and everything else, but how are they engaged? I think it's a business which has to be modernized with technology. You know, in our world, you've got your mobile phone, everything else. We encourage in a hotel staff not to be on their phones, or they have to sneak away doing the thing. We should be engaging and gamifying and bringing sustainability onto that space. Things which are important. How do you bring that onto your mobile space? How do you bring it onto a photographable space, to Instagram? How do you bring it onto gamification as well? You have to understand, you know, you have to understand culture. And our culture is changing in a big way. And that ability to change can be done quickly through social media and things, but how can social media be adapted into sustainability? Because sustainability is not about pretty pictures. That's some things is you can do some nice things and everything else, but it's not necessarily in tune with only Instagram as well, but it's finding that culture. And so I think this year is important with FIST because I think we're changing into a new era. So it's an exciting program as well. And I think we're expecting for FIST, we're expecting over 1,000 people, which continues to attract people from all over Asia. For being, again, last year we had 600, we've got about that same number registered this year. We should exceed that number. And again, with Rise, we're seeing a good client coming in for that day as well. So these are 3 different events, but I think Phuket as an island really has to say during low periods of how do you put how do you bring a threesome together, right? Doesn't mean you want a threesome. Maybe you want to be a couple, maybe you want to go just one event as well. But it's a great opportunity for anybody to come to Phuket and have these 3 great hospitality-oriented events to attend.